What's up, everybody? Today is a beautiful day to fly something like this. This is the Eachine Cinecam. It's about $175, and what I got on here is a 4K drone in a tiny little package. This thing is a whole lot of fun to fly. We've got the Caddx Tarsier on board. That is awesome. They even gave us a filter, all right, to help with jello. Now, love flying this. I'm going to tell you right off the bat, it is a whole lot of fun to fly. Whoop style drone, Cinewhoop style drone, because you can record 4K. It is not an acro flyer, right? This is for smooth footage. You can do some acro. They say 2 to 4S. I would fly this on 3. That's what it comes with. But yeah, let's take a look at the footage, and then we'll talk a little bit more about this quad. All right, so let's take a quick look at the 4K footage coming out of the Eachine Cinecam. This is actually pretty darn good. This is the Caddx Tarsier 4K camera doing the shots here. I did record this in 4K. YouTube does kind of compress it a little bit, but it's crisp. It is not GoPro quality, but it's pretty good. It does have an optical image stabilization feature. I don't think it really works very well, but it's there. Maybe updates with the software in the future will make it better. But you can tell it's pretty solid. You're not going to run around and rip this thing. But it does good smooth footage. I like this shot here. I'll throw on the audio later. There is a microphone on board, so you can record audio. It's not the greatest. The motors kind of sound like angry hornets, but if that's your thing, you can certainly listen to that. So this certainly isn't the first Cinewhoop style drone that we've seen, and it is different though, right? It shoots 4K, so that's different. Unlike the Beta 85 or the Mobula 7 HD, you do have 4K footage, but I think the thing that really sets it apart isn't just this camera, which is better. It's better than the Turtle V2, but the fact that you have a dedicated FPV camera, that dedicated FPV feed, and I do have some video of that so you can see, is really pretty good. It's not just pretty good, it's good, it's nice, it's a good camera. Now, the thing that I don't like about both that FPV camera and the 4K camera is kind of the interface, getting it to record. You're dealing with buttons. There is Wi-Fi for the 4K camera, not that little connector. Use a little cable connector to change the settings on the FPV camera. I wish I could just do that for both. I wish there was an auto record feature. If there is, I couldn't find it. I was told there was. So I'm going to go ahead and turn on the microphone so you can hear the motors if you want to. Some people like that thing, not mine, but enjoy. All right, now this is, I think, one of the nicest features, and this is the FPV camera, right? You can see the colors are pretty darn crisp. It's pretty darn clear. I like it. I get good reception. Now, everything coming through the goggles that I'm recording, remember, it looks better in real life. It's just a really good camera. Now, here is that same clip recorded on board. I switched the settings. I think this is 1440, but still pretty darn crisp. All right, so now let's take a closer look at it and talk about the text and specs. It is an 85 millimeter whoop with a 4K camera, so you can record on board. You see little buttons there. That's how we're going to do it. And that is my slot in there for my SD card. So we've got 1103 7000 kV motors. Got an XT30 connector. They do plug, so if you need to replace them, you can do that fairly easily. All right, so this is the Crazy Bee version 3. So they say you can fly in 2 to 4S. I'm going to stick to 3S. Crazy Bees haven't had the best reputation. Let's take a look at this Caddx in there. Look at that, 2 lenses. Think about this Caddx Tarsier that is really nice. Yes, it does 4K, but the actual camera for FPV is really solid. All right, so the VTX in here is switchable from 25 to 200. You can see I've added some glue to the UFL connector. It'll fall off. I do like that they zip tied the back end here, but still has some issues getting in the way of the prop, so make sure you're careful there. This Tarsier, you can film in 4K 30 at 16:9, 2.7K at 60 frames a second, 1440 at 60 frames or 30 frames, 1080 at 90/60 or 30, and 720 at 120 frames a second. So that's pretty cool. It's tipping the scales about 64 grams, and with the battery, about 89. All right, let's take a look inside. What else do you get? You get a set of props, some tools, and a 300 milliamp hour Eachine 3S battery, and some directions. I do like that they give you these cases. It is nice to take it with you. So let us know, what do you think about this drone, the camera, the FPV feed? Are you going to buy one, or are you sitting this one out waiting for something better? Either way, shoot us a comment. We love to hear from you. And don't forget to check us out on halfdrome.com and subscribe to YouTube channel. Happy flying.